Thanks for tuning in. It's just a quick one I'm going to do simply on Fantom, sort of on the request of one of my subscribers. So it's just get right into it at the moment. So just if you're just watching this on the back of Fantom, you're not watching my other videos. Bitcoin's looking a bit dull and dismal. We're coming back down to test sort of major supports here, the last stands I'd say of supports, and with a lot of sort of momentum to the downside actually with Bitcoin. Plenty of red volume, plenty of red candles, and actually this area here at 10,600 is our last stand before we come down to 10,000, which is just a psychological number that will form some kind of bounce, but it's not tangible enough really to hold anything. And then if that breaks, then we could be all the way back down into the 9,000s with the next real support area of 9,200. So that was just a brief sort of look at Bitcoin. If you want to watch more, sort of try and find my other video that I did before this one. So we'll move on to Fantom. So with that in mind, we're starting with the Bitcoin Fantom pairing, and it's actually looking quite strong in comparison. We're increasing our Satoshi values, which is good to see. So it would suggest that Fantom, if the market falls because of Bitcoin, Fantom will fall. We can see that when we look at the tether value. It's we're still suffering here as a result of the rest of the market. It's not a coin I'll be looking to pick up anytime soon. We've not had any sort of signals to suggest that this is a buy in any way. But what we can say is that it's got strength compared to Bitcoin in this downtrend of the market that we're likely to go in. So there's not really any coins I'd be considering buying at this moment in time with Bitcoin looking so tragic. Matic might be one, but I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice, and that's only because Matic has had a golden cross on 4-hourlies with both Bitcoin and Tether. We've not got anything like that with Fantom, and we're not likely to see anything like that with Fantom for quite a while. What we really want to see, and we are only on a 4-hourly chart here, we want to see these this purple and this green. I mean, they're leveling out, which is good, and if they can start to bend up, that'd be great as well, because that would suggest a sort of a short-term change in trend, and we would want to see them poke above these two here, and that would suggest we have changed our trend. At the moment, all it's showing to me is that it's got strength compared to Bitcoin, but it's suffering as a result of the rest of the market. Now, we've got this main blue box here of resistance, support I should say. Bottom being an area of, we'll call it 1.7, and the top being an area of basically 1.8. So we're at the top area of it now, so if this can hold and we find ourselves climbing back up again, that would be great. But this area here, this green 50 exponential, is our sort of downward sloping resistance area. That's where we were rejected from there, rejected quite strongly, and this area here seems to be holding quite well for the moment, but we had a fresh cross to the down on the MACD. So unless this can trade sideways and then perhaps maybe try to test this area again, we're likely to be rejected, I'd say, a second time, because like I say, even though it's got strength against Bitcoin, it's not really got strength against the rest of the market. We're still in a downward trend, and moving averages are generally sloping down, so I wouldn't really want to go quite near it at the moment, to be honest with you. But on the whole, generally, I think this one, once the sort of the market has rectified itself, whenever that might be, could possibly be a good one to look at. For instance, maybe not invest, but we want to keep an eye on Fantom. I've been keeping a sort of a side eye on Fantom, just because it's during these moves here, it was showing willingness to make constructive moves. The market has dragged it back down again, and if we can see here, we did try to, and did we make this? Let me just have a quick look in a bit closer here. This area here was very, very close to actually forming. Did it form? It did, but you can't really count it. It looked like it almost did a golden cross in this area here on the simple, not the exponential, but it was avoided really at the very. I mean, it did count, but it didn't really. It wasn't steep enough for it to matter, and it was formed on a downtrend. So technically, it probably counted more as a death cross than anything, which might be why we had such significant sell-offs after the fact. But the fact is, it did make some relatively strong, constructive, and organic-looking moves. and I would probably say that that is something we're looking to see again in the future, but not right now. We're at the mercy of the market, and the market's not treating anyone very well, and Fantom isn't really escaping that. So I would leave this one alone for the moment, but I'd keep a close eye on it for when the market reverses itself. If the Bitcoin dominance chart starts to retreat a little, Fantom might be one of those guys that moves up faster than others, but at the moment it's like I say, it's got strength against Bitcoin, but it's weak against the market, so I'd leave it alone for a while. Anyway, I hope that's helpful to you, and thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing obviously, and I hope you have a lovely day. Take care.